Hey, yo! Back in the building. We back on the map. What's poppin', man? Mighty no strings on a Wednesday night. It's been a while. Yeah, back
Hell
in
yeah.
this thing. Yeah, what up, Tor?
What's up, y'all? We back and we back and we back. Um, I've been good. Life's been good. Just getting over a damn cold when I went back to my hometown, Milwaukee,
That's right.
and sidelined to Chicago for a day. But I'm back. I'm healthy. I'm here. Unlike the title, I am healing and I am changing. But
Mm,
none of you other niggas are. That's why we
mm,
here to talk about niggas like Roy.
yeah. Look, I got on glasses now. I'm changing. I'm changing. But it's funny though with the title. Everybody's healing, but nobody's changing. Because it's funny, I always tell the homie when we talking about like certain conversations, or certain topics, I'm just like, so much stuff now is just like slogans or buzzwords, you know what I'm saying? Something people start saying a certain word, a certain phrase, and then everybody starts saying that. So it's become like fashionable over the last however many years to say, I'm working on myself, I'm doing the work, and da 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 da. And it sounds cool. And I know it's not an overnight thing, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think most people just be talking, man. Somebody they'll pay for a block of 3, 4 therapy sessions, and then they be like, "Yeah, I'm good." Eh? Or either they'll read a couple little self help books, and then 6 months later they back, saying, "Well, hey man, so this I feel like everybody lying." I'm gonna be honest with you, Torrin. I think most people are lying.
All right. I
Yeah,
don't fit in that category.
I think change is difficult, man. I think it's very very difficult to
It
change.
is. It
You know what I'm saying?
is.
And I'm not saying it's impossible. Um, but it's very very difficult, man. Especially I think the older you get, because now I think it's the hard because it's so much that is quote unquote this is me. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of like who I am, my identity. Um, and certain things. Let me ask you this: when we're talking about everybody's healing, but nobody's changing, it's like how do you determine or how do you decipher or figure out uh, what it is that you think really needs to change, right? Like if it's is it decision making? Okay, like is it always therapy? Is it going to church? Is it just being more open and communicating with people? Is like what I mean? It's like it's very difficult because there's certain aspects of me that I think are like I don't know. You know how like it's certain stuff you feel like I don't know if changing that makes me better because I think some stuff is just like I don't say like a defense mechanism, but it's just like it's helped me like in who I am, like whether it's uh being talkative, right? Being boisterous, whether it's being um headstrong about certain things, pause. But like some of that stuff has helped you, you know what I mean, in life. Uh by having certain traits. And I don't know how much people want to just change, you know what I mean? Like, cause like what if you had to just pick something, Torian? I know you said you're doing the work, but like what is the thing that you could say? I think that's something that I would probably need to change or modify a little bit.
Um, it's a lot. Shit. Look, I've been reading.
Damn.
I think the most thing is because you were saying like how can you determine what you need to change? Um, for me, what I've been realizing is just educating yourself. That's like the number one thing. Like once you like start educating yourself, no matter what avenue you want to go through. Like for me, I'm going the route of reading. Um, so I've been reading. Well, I've been reading like multiple different books. Like I guess you could say self help books or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's actually a book that I forgot his name, but he was a guest on the show, and he had suggested this book, Untear the Soul. Um, and I don't know if so, but yeah, he suggested it, and I had bought it when he said that, but that was like a long time ago, and I just finally was like, let me read that next. I had just finished rereading the Harry Potter series, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna dive into another type of book. And that's been opening my eyes to so many things and just situations. So like for one, it was just talking about rejection and how like that holds you back in some sense. And it's all everything is kind of based off of fear. And that's what you need to let go of in order to like become your higher self, to become your best version of you. And I have noticed that like that is a part of me because don't like I don't talk to nobody because of rejection, you know. And now I'm seeing that yeah, it is solely based off of fear, and then it does hinder me from like experiencing other shit. Um, and now I'm like focused on when the opportunity is there, I'm no longer going to let that fear take control of me because at the end of the day, I'm in control of my own self, and I want to be the best version of me. And holding back from like possibly talking to somebody, making a new connection solely based off of the fact that they might reject me or something is not how I want to like live my life.
Yeah.
So it's like that's just like an example, and it's like other
Yeah.
shit I've been noticing when I've been reading, and I've been like picking up shit. Like they was talking about like friendships, and when you have like a friend who like got into a relationship and they like kind of cut you off, and how like to handle that, how to process that. It's all about processing everything instead of like just holding it in.
Yeah.
Um, that's what I've been getting from this, and it's like yeah, it's gonna be painful, and we kind of hold ourselves back from experience things because like we go feel this pain, but it's pleasure in that pain because you get to experience what you got going on, but you also get to process it and let it go. Versus like sometimes when you deal with painful things, like you try to hold back from it and like you don't continue going, but you still in that space of like you keep that shit inside you, inside your heart, versus just like letting it process and flow. Like they said, like you let wind go through you. Like you should let all these experiences that you fear just flow through you. Experience the pain, enjoy the pain, and just let it go. So yeah,
So
look, I'm growing, baby.
you ain't
I'm
got
like,
no incense. Yeah, I feel like you need to have some incense, something in the
yeah.
background.
Well, you know what? I might have to.
You got to have them incense going. Well, I'm an old head. I ain't gonna change nothing. I'm gonna let y'all know. And I'm also gonna not lie to y'all talking about that I'm trying to heal. I think I'm in a good spot. I just feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm good.
And it hinted on that too about people being stuck in their ways and stuff. And that had reminded me of one of my older cousins when we had got into it, and he gave me that excuse like, "This is who I am. I always been like this. Like, I'm not gonna change that. Like, and that's the problem. Like, that's the problem. That's why we butting heads right now because you don't want to." And I said, "You wrong in this. Like, so what? That's how you been. Like, I'm telling you, that don't work with me. Like,
Yeah,
you talking to me, and it's like, well, this is how I talk. Like, okay, well, like that. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's all you have to do."
yeah. This how I talk is crazy. So I never want to be uh dismissive of people, and I think sometimes not dismissive of people, but sometimes of people's feelings. Because my thing is, I'm not a big like pity person or like stewing in something. Like something happens, immediately it's like let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I go to immediately like I don't. Some people though they need to like have a moment, a day, a week, a couple of days of just like kind of I don't want to say sitting in that space, but just like processing it, right? For them. You know what I mean? Me, I don't do like I don't like that whole thing of immediately it's okay, what do I like what's next? Like how do I fix this or what do we do? What's the next step? You know what I'm saying? How are we moving? Like for me, it's all about always moving forward. So and I know that's how I am. So I do. That's one thing I've had to try to do, specifically, with my family. I got my wife and my girls. is to just to be more mindful that they're not processing it that way. They want to just be sad for, you know what I'm saying, a day. Like I don't like personally, I don't see value in that, right? Like that's just me. I don't see the value in that. But you know, I recognize and accept that there are people who need that. You know what I'm saying? For them to start their healing process. They need a day. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people say, hey man, you gotta, you know, I needed that 24, 48 hours to just cry. You know what I'm saying? Get that out, and now I'm good. And I used to get frustrated. I'm like, hey, man, we sitting there doing nothing. Like, you crying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, let them get through that process. Now, look, everything has a timeline. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit in that forever. But I do recognize that, you know, and that's something I've been trying to get better at, is being more mindful of how other people deal with emotional things. You know what I'm saying? Because me, it's either gonna be what's the next thing, or I'm gonna try to ease everything with something funny. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I just don't like living in that, having to stew in those type of emotions for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go to the next thing. Let's figure it out. But you know, I get it. If Torian wants to say, nah, I'm not ready to move on. You know what I'm saying? I need some time. Like this really affected me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I now have to chill the hell out. But I think that comes a bit back to the fear you're talking about, because I know what it is for me is that I just don't want to have to deal with that myself. My way of dealing with it, it's kind of like people, not to get morbid, but when someone passes, and you'll typically have someone who their coping is to try to stay busy. So they like, you know, at the repast, they passing out plates and they doing this for everybody. It's to stay busy because you don't want to have anything where you stop, you know what I'm saying? And this kind of, you know what I mean? So I get it, you know what I mean? But hey, I don't know. I don't know.
No, that's interesting because I do believe in like it's not like a certain amount of time. I feel like if you do take too much time, then you have to like deal with the consequences of somebody else not, you know, um, respecting the time that you took. Like somebody could feel like, well, I was ready to talk 2 weeks ago, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well, that's not how I processed it. It's not how I was ready to, you know, like I know myself, I was still gonna be, you know, confrontation. I was gonna still go be defensive and angry, and you know, it's gonna go left no matter what. Like I've had to take this much time in order to come it's have this conversation maturely, you know. Um, because I am going. I mean, I'm going through that too right now. Like with the friendship, like we had a heated argument, and it wasn't even supposed to go that way at all. Um, but I said something, and I learned my lesson. Learned my lesson. Not to look. I ain't gonna talk about none of my women friends, man, no more. Because once you talk about they man, they go cut your neck off. And I'm like, damn,
yeah.
like what? Uh, so I had two examples of that happening. When I got two with two of my friends, it's like, wow, okay, it ain't gonna be no third time. I learned my lesson.
That's
Uh,
one thing I tell my wife all the time. I tell my daughter, who's in high school, who's a senior in high school, stay out of folks' relationship. If they want your opinion about something, ask them, so what do you think about it? I'm gonna pare it back whatever you say. Because trust me, it don't work out. Because if you give an honest assessment of something, you know what I'm saying? And then they get back together a week later, you know they're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be somewhere you that's just because you jealous. So you just mad because I'm doing this now. I'm doing better at my, you know what I mean? And it's like it ain't even that. You just asked me. I didn't think this person was, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. But who am I, bro? I don't when I tell you I stay out of folks' relationships, you have no clue, Torian. I will run from a conversation. You try to give me some information about your try to talk about your wife, you start going in about making my wife. Hey man, what did LeBron play tonight? I'm good on it, fam. Now if you just wanna just get some stuff off your chest, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want me to chime in, cool. But don't ask me for nothing, my opinion, because I'm good. I don't matter, bro. I ain't the one with that person. It's just I don't know. You got to be really locked in with the person. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to like kind of have that. You know what I mean? Because it
And
can
I
just
thought
go
I
left.
was. Look, and I thought I was with that one person. Uh, and it was like me and another. It was a trio conversation. Um, and the conversation was led in like being open, like um, speaking from the heart. So I'm like, okay, that the main person led it to us two. So I follow suit. And I'm like, okay, well, like I see you working hard, but I don't see the value that he brings into you.
Hmm.
And I guess that comment now I was rude and whatever else, and they just like went off on me. And I'm like, but the other person said the same thing. They agreed with me, but everything was just directed towards me. All the energy was towards me, and I just left the conversation. I didn't add no more to it because I was like, this is going left. Like, I that was not my intent. Even like the conversation, like I was like basically asking for clarity. Like that's what I was saying.
Hmm.
I don't see no value that they bring into you. But at the same time, I don't know what's all going on because we don't communicate like that as of recently. So I don't understand how it goes to well, you start attacking me. I'm like, I didn't attack you. Like, what are you talking about? But now I'm like, okay, I said something about your nigga. So now you feel a way that I was attacking you because I guess now you feeling like is questioning you in a sense. So I'm like, okay, that's not what it was. I was just seeking clarity on what's going on. Like you could have easily just said like, oh, he does this for me. He does this. Like that's how he bring value to me. And I was like, okay. But instead, they went the other route of just like trying to attack me. And I was like, all
See,
right, all
and
right.
this is a downside. See, this is a downside for you, Torian, of being. This is a downside of being in the LGBTQ community, hanging around all these women. You got to deal with all them weird emotions. See, in the straight in the straight world that I'm in, right, with my homeboys, they know better than to come to me with some foolishness like that. Talking all, bro. Listen, I'm not finna sit here and go back and forth with you about your wife or your girlfriend, nigga. If you don't figure that out and come on, let's go hoop. I'm not finna have these weird conversations with you. Hey man, yeah, dog, because I don't even know. Now look, now some people, I know some dudes out there have those conversations. That ain't for me and my friend groups. I ain't gonna lie to you. Or let me just be clear. I just might be the friend in that friend group that they know that they can't talk to me about it. I'm cool with that. I'm not finna sit and have these conversations with y'all. I'm just not, fam. I promise you. I'm not. I'm not finna. Now look, if something dramatic happens, traumatic happens, and it's like some real life stuff. Somebody that got hurt, um uh somebody that got caught in the act of cheat, you know what I'm saying, like some real, okay, cool, yeah, I'm here, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying, but if it's just yeah, we ain't doing that, dog. I ain't the one to call. I'm sorry, call somebody else. What that old black woman say, get somebody else to do it, yeah, bro. Get somebody else to do it, bro. I ain't. I've heard my wife on the phone with some of her friends before in these conversations that they having, and I'm like, yeah, bro, that's just intense. Because you know what happens, and I don't know if you've experienced this before, but I've seen my wife, and my wife has kind of been burnt in some of these before. Is that like you almost become? I've seen her at least almost become invested in the relationship, like you know what I'm saying, like unintentionally, like because like this person is talking to you about this, and like you kind of alluded to, you're only getting one side,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you only getting what they want to tell you, right?
Right.
You don't know that relationship. This is just what they're venting to you about, or what you've seen. Y'all talking about like what y'all. It's so much more. You know this. It's so much more that goes on in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That like the people don't see. You know what I mean? Whether it's just the way that they talk to each other around the house or don't, the pillow talking or lack thereof, how people are treated. You know what I'm saying? And then let's be very clear, especially younger folks. Um, they really, unfortunately, I believe, spend a lot of their time comparing their relationships to other people's relationships, or what they perceive to be how these other relationships are going, whether it's on social media stuff they see posted, or just when they see them out, you know what I'm saying? And they try to compare, well, he don't never do this, or she don't never do that, you know what I'm saying? And I see such and such, then when they be out, they do, you know what I mean? And they don't know them folks might be going home, going upside each other's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody, decides to disclose. So I tell
Right.
everybody, man,
And I look, it was crazy because like reading this book, like so much um alignment has been like just surfacing into my awareness, and it even like hit on that like about like speaking on people's relationships and all that, and how that doesn't benefit you at all to focus on them, like to try to help them in any way. Like you gotta let people like live their own lives and you live your own life, like because at the end of the day, like me worried about what's going on with you is hindering my health at the end of the day because I'm holding all this
there you
energy
go.
in, and it's just staying inside of me. It's not moving nowhere, because I'm like,
Right.
again, I don't know what's all going on. I'm giving too much energy in the name of you. So I'm like, you know what? Damn. All right. I wish I'd have read this before I said that shit.
Yeah.
But
About
hey,
time.
I learned now. So now I'm moving better. I move accordingly now. And
Yeah.
because they had said something about like from here on out, like the relationship, that's who they choosing to be with, whatever, and they don't want us like speaking on the relationship. And at first I was like, what? Like we supposed to be locked in. And you telling me I can't speak on your relationship? Like that we can't really be best friends. But now I'm like, after reading that book, after reading this book and stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm understanding. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into nobody's shit. Like,
Yeah, leave that alone. Leave that alone. It ain't gonna help. It ain't gonna work. Trust me, it ain't gonna work. And at some point, they gonna tell their partner what you said. Trust me, 100%. They gonna mention it to them. I promise you, they
my
gonna mention
friends was saying too, they talking to them. I'm like, I don't think they are, but
it. 100%. They gonna tell them. 100%. And now you got this weird situation where you were just trying to be a friend, and now you in a messed up situation because now you know that she done told him this, and he looking at you. It's too much. See, I ain't got time. I just want to go out, hang out, have some drinks, and then go to the crib. I ain't got time to get in y'all stuff. I'm good, bro. I am so good. I'm super good. Speaking of people though who had their situation kind of backfire on them, this chick went viral right here. This young lady, she posted this about her husband who was sleeping in his car, and she like is going out to the car to confront him. Let's watch this and kind of the aftermath.
I'm sitting here sick and worried. And this man is sitting in this car. Really? 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 Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car? Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
Because I can't rest in here.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car? Is your life like that difficult? Why don't you come inside? For an hour you've been out here? You've been out here for an hour?
It looks like it. I just need to rest.
That's funny. That's the new trend when they start playing them horns in the background. Hilarious, by the way. Hilarious. But I want to stop it there though, because I do believe, man, that when you get in a real deep committed relationship, and I promise you, I went through this when me and my wife were first moved in together, and we were serious. I found myself doing a lot of the stuff that I saw my dad do when I was younger. Before he came in the house, have a beer or two in the garage before he come in the house. Because sometimes, bro, I just got to get my mind right before I go in here and deal with whatever this is.
mm-hmm.
You know, it is something to be said about just being overloaded, right? When you're coming home from work, it's already the stress and whatever dealing with that. Then you got to drive, you can deal with, especially living in a city like Houston or whatever, right? Where it's a lot of traffic. So even if you off work, people don't, that's something that like people really don't take into account, Torian, but it's a big thing when people talk about cities and mental health and people is like, are these cities densely populated and how the traffic is? Because that really, really affects people's mood a lot of times unknowingly. But you didn't been at your job dealing with whatever you had to deal with there. And now you didn't have to jump on I-10, 610, and 50, you know what I'm saying? All this going through construction and all this that you stress trying to drive you because the whole time it's so much traffic, your brain's not relaxing. You got to be alert because people is jumping. Houston, I always say they make you drive in Houston. Like you got to drive when you're in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So, and now I get to the crib and you walk into the house and immediately that other person starts boom, 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 dumping on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I just need to just relax. Give me some time. You know what I'm saying? Like just give me 30 minutes to just like, let me just like nothing. Just everybody be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult though when you got a family. Let's say you got a wife, kids, whatever it is, it's very difficult because now y'all got a dog. So you got to come home and immediately walk the dog and talk to the kids and do, you know what I mean? It's a lot.
No, I noticed that too. And I had just tweeted about how, because I work with kids. So I'm like, I couldn't imagine being a parent and also like a teacher, like having to like work with kids and then go home and have to like continue to like be with kids, and like tend to them, like, cause that's our job as adults, it's like to tend to them, no matter what you're going through, to tend to them. But like, at least I get a break. I get to go home and just like not interact with any kids.
Yeah.
Like I could imagine like being a parent and having to get done with these kids and then go home and have to still tend to some more kids and like entertain them and all this, like, cause I had I'd be hopping on the game with my sis, and sometimes my nephew be playing and stuff. But like when we play with him, we got to tend to him and stuff like that. And it's just like they was like, hop on. I'm like, I was on the game, and they was like to send me party invites and stuff, and I wasn't accepting it because I'm like, I don't want to. I just left for kids. I don't want to have to tend to him right now. Like I just need some space for me to just be in my zone to. Digress, whatever you want to say. Like, yeah. I don't want to deal with no kids right now.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell them that until after I hopped on the game with them. I'm like, yeah, I just didn't want to play with him. Like, I just didn't want to play with him. I'm like, nah, I'm not. Y'all see that? Yeah. Like, y'all know what it's like playing with him, and we be having like to tend to him and all this. I didn't feel like doing that. I just was tending to 30 kids today. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm out.
It's real talk. Yeah. And look, see, and that's another thing. A lot of people, so people that don't play video games or whatever it is, right? They don't understand. They think all you do is play the game. They don't understand that's the time for you to like decompress. That's that time. It's like, yeah, you playing the game, but it's like that's your stress reliever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, let me get on the game. We're gonna chop it up on the headset or whatever. We playing That's your chance to just breathe, you know what I'm saying, and just chill. You dig? Some people I go to the gym or I'll go run or go walk or whatever. But like you do need, I don't know what the time is. It's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. But yeah, man, like, it's a time. Like, I try to make sure the kids, my wife first gets home because I work from the crib. And that's people don't understand how difficult it is working from home either. Like they think, oh man, that's dope. It's really not, because like that's your workplace now. Like you don't leave there, right? Like you're there all day. It's the house. So on a certain level, it sounds cool, but it's not, because now, like when I'm off work, I'm still at home, right? I've had to tell my wife before, like, yo, she's like, well, where are you going? I'm like, I gotta get out of this dang house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been here, you know what I'm saying? Like all day, like I gotta just move around this. But I do try to make sure that like sometimes when she gets home, that like, yo, she can at least go take a bath and just relax for, because I guess I don't know how all women are, but my wife, she can get in the bathtub for like 45 minutes, an hour. I'll be like, yo, are you good? You know what I'm saying? In there, like,
Love.
yeah, she'll be in there like with a audio book going and some wine and
Yeah, my
you
mom
know
was
what I'm saying.
my mom, like that's why I became like a big bath taker because like my mom was always in the tub like for a long time.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, Mama, I need to talk to you. She like, I'm in
man.
the bathtub. I'm gonna come in here and sit on the toilet. Cause you in this bitch for 2 hours, like doing what? But now I'm like older now. She was decompressing.
Yeah, yeah, she was trying to just chill.
But hey, you never off. So sick.
That's the thing when what they say when you adulting, right? It's like you always got to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like if the kids need something, you got to you got to flip a switch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough. But I've been there where that gentleman was, where you just in the car. Man, it's a tough place to be when you feel like you can't come in that home and it's not like just some peace that like you got to deal with something else. And like it's something to be said when like that saying of like when like you always have to be the strong one, right? Like you can never be, you always got to be strong for everybody else, right? So you gotta, you know what I mean? It's like you never had that chance of. That's a lot of pressure, bro. That's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? When you're the one who always has to be the strong one for everybody, it's a lot of responsibility. That typically you'll see that from people who are like the oldest sibling. You know what I'm saying? If they were the oldest sibling and they had to do a lot with their younger siblings, then they tend, or if you were just like the somebody who had to like tend to like youngins or people younger than them. If you were the older cousin, you had your younger cousin, you know what I mean? Like like this is why I tell people, man, and you'll hear a lot of people say this. Look after the younger kids all the time because
Well, you
you're
had
putting.
I don't know if it was my end or not.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying like they always say with parents, if you have an older kid, don't put a lot of pressure on them to watch the younger kids all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because what that does is it creates such a weird imbalance because now they become this figure of authority of this and that, and they're just, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of takes because they're still children. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that you got one that's 15 and one that's 6, but now you're making that 15-year-old take, you know what I'm saying, an additional role. Now, I'm
Right.
not saying every now and again that like, hey, I got to run to the store, watch your sister while I go to HEB real quick. Okay, fine. But if it's like every other Saturday you going out, you know what I'm saying, and they got to watch that, like it becomes difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a good example that I seen, like, and it was like, wow, it was like, even though I didn't, because I was running with my mom and my older sister, so I didn't have like a little sister in my mom's household. But when I came to stay with my dad, I did,
Yeah,
so I got that role. But at home, I was the baby,
yeah,
with my mom. So I really didn't have at home front, had to deal with like tending to somebody else. I was the one being tended to. But watching Married to Medicine, and it's a couple on there, and their youngest son is on the spectrum. He's
okay,
neurodivergent.
hmm,
And it was good to see that they acknowledged that the older sister, um, and they both like I think the boy who's neurodivergent, he's probably like 8, 9. I can't remember his
okay,
exact age, and the sister is maybe like 11, 12. Um, and so they had said like they let the daughter go with their sister for a week just so she can like decompress and like she don't have to feel like she has to like take care of him and like be in
yeah,
that space. Like she could actually like just have it be about her and have her own
yeah,
space and shit. And that was like good to see because you never see like parents acknowledge that when they do that to children. Because I have a lot
yeah,
of friends who are like the older sibling. They had like stories about them having to take care of the brother and take
yeah,
care of the younger sister and always had this responsibility. And it was like, damn, when is it going to be about me? You
yeah,
know? And so it was good to see that the parents acknowledge that this is a lot for her, even like we tend to him in the house, but it's still things that she has to like navigate around.
Yeah.
So we want to give her the time to not have to even do that. So they
Yeah.
let her go to her aunt for like a week, you know. So it was like good to see that people do it are aware of that.
Yeah, because that can be tough, man. And that's that baggage, that's that healing part that we talk about all the time. Because you take that into adulthood with you of being this person who you're always there for somebody. And like what happens is a lot of times in relationships, you kind of take on that role. So now you're with a person who's probably not the best person for you, but you've been so used to being in a role where like you take care of people. You know what I'm saying? Or like you're there to help. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, like as a child, quote unquote, it was never really about you because there was someone that had needs that needed to be attended to, which we understand. And so because the focus is there, you kind of become numb to stuff not being about you. And now you get in these relationships where people kind of prey on that. You know what I'm saying? They take advantage of the fact that you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it can be very difficult. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of this stuff can be very, very difficult for people. Moving forward, I have a lot of friends. Typically, it's the girls. If you have a girl that's in the family, if she's the oldest one, or even if she's like, if it's like, and that maybe this is a black community, I don't think so. Because I got some Hispanic homeboys, the same thing, to where like it could be 4 siblings. If one of them is a girl, she immediately takes on like a parental role
Mm-hmm.
for the other 3, right? If it's 5 siblings, 1 girl, 4 boys, or if it's like multiple, if it's 5 siblings, let's say it's 2 girls and 3 boys, whoever the oldest girl is takes on like this maternal role for like, you know what I'm saying? Like that just seems like it's something that always happens. You know what I'm saying? Like they take on this role of the additional parent. Like in those situations, a lot, not all, but a lot of times even like the oldest brother, will become kind of like, he do his thing, you know what I'm saying? But like the oldest sister
He get
at
that
the
man
crib,
of the house thing if it's
yeah, he
sometimes.
becomes the man. Right, there you go. He
There's
gets
no
those.
father present. Yeah.
There you go. But like she takes care of everything. She gonna help mom with the cooking. She gonna make sure everybody good. If we go into school, she making sure everybody got, you know what I mean? And it's like that's a lot to put on a kid, man. Like for you to have to grow up like that. It's just difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely difficult. But let's go back to the video though. Because you said like this video, this is the brother outside in the whip. You said it goes to another video where she's talking
Yeah.
about aftermath. Okay.
Do you want me to bring you something?
Peace and quiet.
Come inside, baby.
No,
Come on.
no. Just close the door, please. Just close the door.
Well, I'm going to come and sit next to you.
No.
Did you just lock the door? Open the door. Open the door. Apparently, Joe Budden's podcast and the ex-football players, the Pivot, I believe it's called, they decided that they were going to discuss my video with my relationship. My man don't have social media, so he would have never seen the video that I posted of him sitting in the car and me trying to figure out why he ain't come in the house. But guess what he does watch? He watches those goddamn podcasts. So then he hears them talking about the whole scenario of what we were doing, what we were going through. And guess what he's doing now? He's packing his shit to leave because these grown men wanted to come and talk about my relationship off of a video that's 1 minute long.
Well, woman, you put the video up. Had you not put the video up, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Like, what is wrong with people?
No accountability at all.
You know how crazy you sound when you put something out to the public, and then when we talk about it, you get upset. Like, what do we would have never known this business, man.
Right? Why did you post it if you didn't want it to be discussed about? Like that's what I feel like you posted because you want dialogue, especially that type of video. Like, why would you post that if you don't want no dialogue to come about?
Yeah, like, what are we doing?
Like, so
what are we actually doing?
And that it triggered me in a way too. Cause I'm like, damn. Like, so what do you want? Like, you gonna sit here?
What do you want?
Man, on here, and then when it's like conversation about it, then you get mad about the conversations or what led to like the consequence. But it's like you didn't take no accountability. Like you clearly was not peace for him. Like even
Clearly.
the fact that you said you go come in the car, he like no, 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 like it's
Please.
you, ma'am. Like it's you.
It's
Like
definitely you.
let him take what he's saying, and be like, okay, well, just come in the house when you're ready, or compromise in the way. Like, okay, for me, can you just be in the house in like 20 minutes? Like she didn't do that. She just wanted to come in, and I can only imagine what she's gonna do. She wasn't gonna be quiet in that car. She sat down in there. So you go talk to him and probably nag him like, so why are you sitting in the car? Like, it probably be quiet for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, and she's like, well, I really don't understand why you have to like just.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they probably don't need to be together. To be honest with you, this don't sound like this don't sound cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Shout out to her. I don't know the relationship, but you can't get mad. Like anything you post on social media, I get annoyed when people like celebrities included, when people like black, oh, why everybody hating? Like, oh my God, like people are so negative. It's like, you didn't have to, like, you put it out there. Like, you put something out there, right? And if somebody says something negative or whatever they say, you put it to the people. You can take it down. You can take it down right now. Go take it down, right? Delete the comments. But like when you put it out there, like people just want praise all the time. And I don't know what you thought people were gonna say. Like, yeah, he crazy. What he doing outside? No, we're questioning you, ma'am. Why does this man feel like he needs to be in the car for an hour? Yeah, like
Right.
that sounds like a you problem. It's ridiculous. But shout out to him though, man. Shout out to that brother. That brother said, I need some time. Let me ask you, what do you think about, it's a big thing in relationships a lot where people say, a lot of men, if it's a heated conversation or discussion, will walk away and leave. They're like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave, right? Because they don't want to do something or say something that's heated. And people will get mad. They say, oh, a lot of women will say, oh, why you don't want to stay and talk, right? And sometimes you just might need 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 minutes to just let me calm down and not say something that I'll regret later just because I'm upset and I want to hurt you. Because that's what happens. People say stuff in whether it's with a friend or somebody you're in a relationship with in heated moments because you feel like you got slighted or something happened and now you want to hit back. You might cut them with something, right? Just to, I know this will get you. Boom, I'm gonna say this to you. And really, if you took a breath and like took a couple minutes, right, you probably wouldn't say that. But at the moment, though, you're gonna get that off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that off right now. I'm going there. That's why Jimmy been cheating. Well, you the stupid one. Jimmy been cheating on you for a year. You still going back to that N word, right? Like. You ain't had to go there. We know Jimmy sleeping around, but now so it's like sometimes the best thing can be to like walk away. You know what I'm saying? Let me go chill. Let me go walk give me 5 minutes. Let me go walk. You know what I'm saying? Let me cool off.
Look, and that's crazy because that is look a little bit of comic relief is that like that's how I am, but like in the black community, like because I'm quote unquote gay to the black community,
What do you mean? Whoa! What do you mean?
I don't identify as gay, because I mess around with whoever, But
we ain't never seen no other whoever's. But go ahead.
You ain't seen no nigga either. Shit. Look how y'all just go to like you ain't seen no nigga either, but you said I'm gay. What? Oh, like it's a prime example right there. That's why I'm talking about black people. Oh,
I heard you had like a 6'5" requirement, so I just assumed.
That's for niggas. I ain't for women.
Oh,
okay. Like 6. I don't know 6'8" women. I don't know Amazon. But it is like because they would say like because you gay, like they try to emasculate gay men, and like you're not a man, like. You're relating more to women, but like in that sense of you saying like men like just walk away
Yeah.
That's how I am. And when I do have interactions with someone, I remember like in college, I was having a thing and we was trying to discuss it, but it wasn't going. It was going left, and it was keep going left. And I was like, all right, I'm finna get up and go. Like, I'm just finna go. And one of my friends jumped up. It's like, no, you're not leaving. You don't get to learn. I'm like, what? Like, this ain't going nowhere. Like,
Right.
you want. So it's just like you saying, like, yeah, like they like to be in it. Like, we just like walk away, take space.
Yeah.
Even to the recent thing, like I just said, like we was into it. I just left the conversation because it was just going left, and that wasn't where it's supposed to be going. So yeah, look, I am a man. They be trying to say I ain't no man. I am. Court to Roy, how I interact with
Don't put it on me. I don't know how you identify. I always say I'm cool with people identify. Listen, you gotta talk to, you know who you really gotta talk to about this, Torian. This isn't a black man thing. This is a black woman thing. Black women are the ones who say that they set those standards. Black men just kind of, we just hear. But black women is the one who say, I mean, like you got to talk to Tyler Perry and all of that stuff. He be, Tyler Perry has yet to have, I don't know if he's had a movie. He got a new something. I don't know if it's a series or a movie. This shit was so crazy. I was like,
Beauty in Black.
Is that, what was it called?
Netflix, Beauty in Black.
It was the one where it was just like so many storylines just all over the place. Everybody was just effing everybody. It was just, I was like, okay.
Maybe. Is it on Netflix?
I don't remember where I saw it at, but Tyler Perry, this nigga here, it's
like a business situation.
I think so. I think so. I don't remember. It may not have been Tyler Perry. I don't. Anything I see where it's like a crazy black relationship, I just attribute it to Tyler Perry every time.
Look, it is him.
Yeah, but that's Tyler Perry did that.
I wasn't doing that shit. Or the other one. But he ain't made no recent TV show. But they was working together. The one who did Empire.
Yeah, the one that owed Dame Dash their money.
Lee Daniels.
Yeah, Lee Daniels. Pay Dame Dash his damn money. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It is something though that has to be a discussion. You know who getting a lot of motion out here? These studs, is moving in unison out here. They got a whole movement. Oh, studs is talking crazy in these streets.
I ain't seen it.
You ain't seen 100 studs?
No. What?
Let me find this video of the 100 studs.
Please, though. I'm trying to grow.
100 studs ain't playing out here, man.
They pull me back. Don't do it. Don't pull me back.
Man, they out here not playing. They got a whole movement. There they go.
What's going on, Ray? Man, I know about this.
Man, 100 studs out here. They talking. I thought this was like a Drewski skit. I was like, oh, this is real. Shout out to the 100 studs. Here they go.
The next generation. What we leaving? A legacy. Who are we? 100 studs. Who are we? 100 studs. Who are we? 100 studs.
What the hell y'all studs out here doing today?
The 100 Stud movement.
And what that mean?
It's 100 of us coming together, mass presenting women. We also have trans men. It's a sisterhood, a studderhood, a brotherhood, and we coming together to create financial literacy and a legacy for our family and friends.
I didn't know that the studs needed financial literacy.
No, that's your takeaway. I'm like, wait, so they could consider a trans woman.
He's a sisterhood, a studderhood, and a brotherhood. That's
like
what she said.
Studderhood. That should be somebody title. Studderhood.
Studderhood, yeah.
That's okay. I keep behind that. Studderhood. Yeah. Hey.
Hold on, let's go.
So, what's the most important message you want to give to the public?
The most important message I want to give is always stay true to who you are. Never let no one change you. It's okay to be a mass presenting woman. It's okay to be a trans man. It's okay to be you. Just have that motion, stand in line, stand in front of it, mean what you say what you mean, and just stand on that. Y'all see us in the background? We representing who we are as people because we love ourselves. And it's deeper than rap, man.
We got the hundreds.
Then rap.
Hundreds. We got the hundreds.
Still copyright.
Woo, 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 woo.
Oh, they bring here with copyright infringement. That's a copyright infringement right there. They going to jail.
They doing too much now, right?
Mm-mm. Don't go with that.
They about to get sued.
They lost you at that. Woo, nah.
Oh, they about to get sued.
100. Okay. Little soda bop though.
100 studs. See, I'm putting you up on game, Torin. I'm hip to the 100 studs.
Look,
The studs out here moving.
Woman was trans man. Okay, but yeah, like that's interesting.
100 studs. Yeah, the studs out here got motion. It's this one stud that created some stuff. I forgot what it is, but they got like a whole, instead of just taping down the breast, they got like a whole little thing she made to like tape them down. Yeah, she be talking crazy too on the internet. Yeah. These studs. Listen, studs out here moving out here. Y'all behind
the internet is just so crazy now. Because I seen somebody on Twitter like tape down their balls and shit. And I was like,
hold on, what's that? Hold on, whoa. What?
You heard me. They tape down their balls so they could present, like, have like a flat down there. And I seen the whole process of them taping it up, and I was like, "Why I never seen this before? This is because I've seen it on Twitter." Like,
because that's not a thing, Torian. That's probably why you've never seen it before.
I mean, no, it is a thing for like
no, it's not.
Trans people who hasn't gone through, surgery down there. So it's like they be that's the thing. You unite the community. You didn't know that.
I am not. That's
they've been taping down shit, and I never just saw. It's that's your imagination till you see it. So I'm just like, they just like taping, but I seen like the whole process, and I was like, whoa, like that's a lot they be doing.
I mean, it sounds like a lot.
It was right. I'm telling you. So yeah. All right, I'm here for it. More visibility for all these communities. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, shit, we all need some fucking money out here, shit. So yeah,
here we go. Here go my girl. What's her name? This is my girl right here. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say my. I don't think my girl would offend her, but she out here got the teeth. Yeah, she taping them joints down. Let's go. Talk your talk.
Wear my titty tape. For some reason, people feel the need to tell me, "You're still a woman. You're still a woman," and I want to know, what about me taping down my boobs? Actual boobs makes you feel like I don't know that I'm a woman. Clearly, someone taping a boob would know that they're a woman. But I want you to understand, not only am I a woman, I'm the baddest bitch in the world. In the world. And I want you to know that I know that very well. Then you talk about, oh, you're wearing men's clothing. I like to keep it baggy. I like to let my coochie breathe. Okay? That's why the coochie is phenomenal. You get what I'm saying? Y'all have to understand. You don't know what you're talking about, and neither do I. And neither.
Heavy on that though. Really though, when it all boils down, we really don't know what the fuck we talking about. Because this is all our first times on this fucking earth. We don't know that, but we forget everything when we come back. If we were reincarnated, that's not something. But yeah, but like this experience, we forgot a lot of shit. So it's like, yeah, we don't really remember.
There she go with the titty tape. That's the titty tape. Shout out to the titty tape. Yeah, titty tape.
But is she a lesbian? Because she was talking like she be getting some dick. Like, I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, hold on. I didn't know. I didn't know.
What is going on?
I didn't know.
Now, why she do that? That was uncalled for. That was unnecessary.
I don't know. Listen,
maybe she's trying to tattoos. Maybe she's trying to tattoos.
I've been seeing a lot lately though, on the internet at least. It's becoming like a big thing where like in the stud community that they are upset because they want stud. See, this is why it got weird. We talked about this maybe on the last show. It's weird because they get mad at studs that identify as studs, but that might get a little D on the side. Because oh, you're not really a stud. Well, hold on. That's how I identify. See? Now you're in the trick bag. Don't try to put that on me in the straight community. Y'all in the trick bag.
Right.
Is why. Look, gotta be honest, Torian. When you talk about the LGBTQ, I feel like black, I don't want to say gay, but black LGBTQ men, I feel like that's like the back of the pack. No pause. But I feel like no, I'm just saying, like, because we already know like the white LGBTQ men and women, you know what I'm saying, they get, privilege. And then I feel like what do they call? I know they used to call them lipstick lesbians or femme lesbians, right? Like when you're a little bit more femme presenting as a
it's
you
STEM.
Femme, right? Like
STEM.
STEM, right? So like, yeah, I feel like they kind of are almost on a pedestal. I feel like in the black community, because they kind of dibble and dabble a lot of times because they can be with a man, then they can jump over here when that ain't working out. What's the Big Booty Judy, the chick that is married to the brat now, right? Because I think then she was married or had some kids with a man, and then you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, like they can navigate the space a little differently. The studs, I feel like they are kind of on like a whole like. I didn't even realize that was just like a black thing. The word stud. I thought that was just, but apparently, like it's still like what are white? Would it be butch?
Butch, yeah.
Okay, so stud, that's a black thing, right? Okay.
Well, I guess butch is like the general one, but that's what the white people use because I think I told you that about this Indian girl. She was saying that she couldn't be a stud because she not black, and that's when conversation was like, "What? Like is studs just black? Like yeah." I wasn't using that terminology. Like it wasn't being referred to y'all when we were saying that shit. But yeah, so for like, I think the overall masculine thing is the butch. You know, that's what most white women, y'all the other races say they butch. But when you hear stud, like it should be a black masculine woman in your head, not anything else.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I just
just like trade for gay men. Trade.
I don't know what the hell that even is.
It's basically butch. I mean, basically.
Hold on. What?
It's basically stud for like men. So it's for the masculine.
How the hell can see? I'm confused. This is why I'm confused by the community. I don't even know what that means. That sounds wild.
Hey, I'm still learning. Still learning to this day. Nigga, to this day.
Hold on. So
okay. But I get a trade. I guess I might be fucking y'all up because it's not, but it is because this community is so crazy. I'm telling y'all.
See what I'm saying? And y'all expect for me as a straight man, I'm supposed to know
because like straight. I mean, the studs won't fuck with a stud because it's gay. I'm like,
hold on, what? Hold on. A stud. Hold on. Hold on. We're not gonna just breeze past that. Hold on. So a stud, two studs won't get together.
No.
Because that's gay.
Yeah.
You know how wild that sounds?
I know. It was wild when I learned it. I'm like,
okay.
What do you mean? But you're gay. Like what? Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
see, this is the whole controversy a couple weeks ago with Magic Johnson's son, when he was saying he only deals with straight men.
Yeah, so that's what kind of trade is. More so, trade is supposed to be like they don't want to categorize it along with make it like a categorize it with like DL, but trade is like a straight man who just like dabbles in like with other men. So that's what like when it's like he trade, it's supposed to get he's give off straight, he's masculine.
So, but what I saw a lot of LGBTQ brothers saying about EJ was that they were saying that's a big problem in the community. They thought is because they were like a lot of people in the community right now, they take it because they was like, okay, you saying you only date or you only attract straight men, but we ain't never seen you out with a straight man. So they don't they don't, you know, they don't do that in public with you. And they were like, that's a problem. One of the, at least that what I was reading or seeing, they were saying that's one of the big problems, that you got a lot of dudes, or let me not say it that way, but you got a lot of people in the community that say they only attract this, but it's only on like some fetish DL stuff. And they was like, that's the issue that some people were having with the community, is they're like, yo, if they not willing to like be seen with you in public, don't flaunt that like, oh, I just attract straight men. Yeah, but they don't want to be seen with you. They just on like you said, they just on some dabbling, some like, I'll do this behind closed doors, but that ain't, you know what I'm saying? I won't be seen with you on the red carpet or eating dinner, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, but like the crazy mental block of it is that person just wants to say straight men are attracted to me though.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what I mean?
People felt, I think people's reaction to that and rebuttals to that was that it felt like a slight to the community that he's a part of. Because it's like it's saying like no straight man is attracted. I mean, no gay man is attracted to him, when it obviously would be gay men who like more femme presenting men out here. So it's like, don't just say like, oh, you just attract straight men. That's what. Well, I guess that's what he is attracted to. But it's like, it ain't a straight man. It's because, I mean, at the end of the day, he's not straight.
That's the crazy thing, is it like, yeah,
right.
Yeah, by definition, he's not straight.
Men, you know, that type of masculinity, that masculine man that they attract masculinity. But they confuse it with all this other shit, like it's a straight man. Like, no, it's just a masculine man. Like,
okay, see that also, I'm not trying to be
just say it, nigga. I know your intent.
Yeah, you know me. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to offend, but like, I find it like it's difficult for my brain to process when we're having these conversations and somebody says a masculine man, because I just like he's just like, I do know that like there are there are more how you say femme presenting men or what have you, but like I think if you're a man, like I just assume all, like it's a, put it this way, Torrin. I know for a fact if you get into it with whether it's a quote unquote straight man or a man from the LGBTQ community, when it's time to throw hands, I guarantee you that motherfucker is masculine presenting at that time. I don't know. I bet you he might whoop your ass. I'll put it that way, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just, as a person who was born male, I just associate that with masculinity personally. Now look, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be offensive, because there are some men that may say, okay, but I present, and that's where, like, for me, I get, off. But that's just me being older and not, that wasn't a thing. Like, when I was growing up, it was the big deal was if a guy was how they used to say, if a guy was metrosexual. Like, that was a thing, because like you could quote unquote be straight but be metrosexual, which most of the time, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but metrosexual back in the day was just like a dude who might do like a pedicure, have a face routine, you know what I'm saying, at night, you know what I mean? And they look at you as metrosexual.
That's what it basically was, a man who took care of himself.
Yeah.
He might wear a bag, like a body, some type of bag. It was like little things. Like, nails to take care of. Yeah. No, I mean, look, I'm telling you, confused. It be niggas in the community who be confused too. Like, aren't we all the same thing? But it's like, I don't know. I guess in every, society, in every community, there's always like these labels. Everything get labeled, like, and so that's what it is it be like, because when I like interact with my kids, and it be things that like they are taught, and I know I can see that it conflicts with what they've been taught, like what I do, or what another kid might do. and it's like, oh, but boys don't do that. Or I had put a one of the little boys I work with, one of our kids, he had gave me a flower. I'm like, thank you, you know, and so it was like a little thing. I was outside watching them, you know, so I'm like, all right, I just put it in my hair, boom, and like two little girls like, huh? You had a flower in your head, but men don't do that. I'm like, well, I'm a man, right? They're like, yeah. It's in my hair, right? Like, yeah. And I'm like, so then men do it, and they're like, and it's like I could see like working shit. Okay, and she just walked away. Like, it was just like that type of thing. I always like hint at what kids try to like. They still get on to me about having 2 earrings. They're like, but boys don't wear like 2 earrings, or men, you know, or when I have my rings on, and they be like, why you have so many rings on? Like, I'm like, because I do. I like rings. What do you mean? I got 2 earrings. I'm a man. I know it affect. I mean, it's questioning what your beliefs were, what you've been told, but like, no. So
I got to ask you this, Twin, because I know you don't like the word, or you're not a fan of the word, but I think I saw somewhere where they got a show coming out called Punks of Some City.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Look,
you haven't seen that? Oh, apparently they throwing hands.
That's not my reality because I don't like that word.
They embracing it.
I really, but now I'm like, I gotta like with this book I'm reading. I'm telling you, it's been having me think about a lot of shit. Now I'm like, all right, I gotta figure out why that word affects me so much. Like, what about the word makes me just?
Yeah, I mean, it was.
This nigga I used to like. He had just said the word. I'm like, oh, like, hate that fucking word. Like,
yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's I mean, just because other people embrace it, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that you have to, right? But it's I see a lot of, and it looks like it might be like one of those, just like stud, it might be a black LGBTQ thing that like with the whole punk thing. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tell people what they gonna do and not do, but I saw something and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, here we go. They're fighting like a motherfucker. Okay, let's play this. Since we're talking about this topic, let's play this. I think this is all cap and made for TV, but here we go. We'll play this.
In court today, sir.
My son, Michael, broke a promise, and I'm trying to recover the funds that it cost me by his doing so. I have been living in Memphis for about the last 25 years. That's where I met my wife. That's where I started a small business with her brother. We're part of a tight community, a small, tightly knit community. We go to church. Our families entertain each other together.
Great.
Shortly after I got married to Michael's mother, my wife Jennifer, and
You're still married to your wife Jennifer? Okay.
Yes, we're still married, and we found out we were going to have a child. We were overjoyed, and when I had a son, it was doubly joyful because then I knew that the family name would carry on. And he's a boy who's always made me proud. He's always been smart and well behaved, and a great boy. You know.
So all this sounds really, really lovely, Mr. Talbot. So why are you suing your lovely, well-behaved, high-achieving son for $6,000?
It all started last May. Michael one day asked if he could have his friend Kevin stay over. It was a Saturday night.
How old is Michael? Michael, how old are you?
I'm 18 now. I was 17 at the time.
Okay, so were you a senior in high school at the time?
Yes, I was a senior in high school.
Okay, thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
His friend Kevin, who was a couple of years older, but I'd met Kevin, certainly seemed like a nice kid, a nice boy. I thought, Michael had some trouble over the years in school, especially when he was younger. He would occasionally get in trouble or get into fights. And I thought maybe this Kevin could be a good influence.
So maybe like a big brother type of mentor could be a positive thing.
Yes.
That was the thinking.
I was certainly hoping that. Yes, okay. Exactly. So I put out the air mattress in Michael's room so that Kevin could stay on the floor. I heard noises, late into the night, figuring, they're boys, they're roughhousing or they're reading comics or whatever they're doing, and I knew they stayed up late, but it was a Saturday night. So what difference does it make? I went in there Sunday morning to tell them that breakfast was ready and Michael had to start getting ready for church.
Mm-hmm.
And I found them kissing. They were not kissing, fooling around, roughhousing. They were kissing the way a man and a woman kiss.
Well, let's rephrase that in this courtroom. They were kissing romantically.
Pause it, because we try to say they wasn't kissing like roughhouse. Like, what is kissing roughhouse?
Yeah, I don't know where he was going with that. I ain't.
Like they, what? Like that man was in denial.
Yeah, his,
And they wasn't kissing roughhouse. That nigga gave himself. Like, what the fuck you been doing with some other man kissing roughhousing? Like,
we weren't really kissing. We were just roughhousing. Our lips was close. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no kiss, but it was just some roughhousing. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I've been around, mostly women, young ladies, I'll put it that way, when I was in high school that hadn't come out to their parents. But everybody in the school knew, you know what I'm saying? Like other parents would recognize it. But, I guess the parent is always the last one to, I guess, want to accept, you know what I'm saying, what they're seeing. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But I've seen it so many times where like everybody like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew good and damn well when first of all, like your son was out of pocket trying to have his boyfriend stay the night. That was out of pocket for him. You trying to have your boyfriend stay the night. That's insane. Trying to sneak that in there that your boyfriend gonna stay the night. Yeah, that's out of pocket. But yeah, you gotta, I mean, look, man. Here's what I'll ask you, Torrin. Why aren't people just having conversations with their kids? That kid's 17. He's old enough for you to be, when he was 15, when he was 16, you know what I'm saying, to have conversations with him about things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not saying you got to bluntly just ask him about his sexuality, but you should at least, I don't know. Me personally, I would just be having conversations with my kid, just trying to, just talk to them as people. You know what I mean? Like, especially if he's 15, 16, 17 years old and you don't have no girls calling the house per se. He not interested in like going on no dates with no young ladies. I'm not saying that that's a red flag. You got to say, oh, he gay. Nah, I ain't saying that. But I'm just saying though, like, so you're not talking to him at all about things, you know what I'm saying? About just like what he's into at school, what's going on. Hey, it ain't no dances coming up to the school. You ain't got nobody, you know what I mean? Like this is a lot of this stuff is just a part of just like growing up, right? Like even in college, like right now I'm watching on Netflix, I'm rewatching the whole series of A Different World, one of my favorite shows of all time. And a big part of the show, like people don't understand how impactful the show A Different World was on like the Black community at that time. Like the young Black people, like that was like a huge show for us, showing young Black folks in college doing their thing and like what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And like what you learn from that show as a part of being in college is navigating of how to be a young adult, of how to have relationships, how to deal with things. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that is a part of that experience. That's a part of I tell people, if you go through, I know some people want to have the whole, hey, I was focused in college and, I was there. I get it. I'm not mad at you. But I do think a big part of college is also having some relationships. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's platonic friendships or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, but having these experiences, because like this is how you kind of are learning about who you are, right? Like things you do and don't like. You're out of your parents' house now. You know what I'm saying? This is a time for you to learn those things. And so, you should be, again, I think you should be having these conversations. I know that can be uncomfortable. And look, I always admit this, Torian, I don't have boys. And I always say this because I've had some wild conversations with my homeboys. And I've told you this, Torian. They've said that they'd rather their son tell them that they were a damn serial killer than being gay, which to me is insane, right? So you'd rather have your son destroying families, right? Like just totally just be a POS, right? But at least he's straight. Like, damn. Like that's tough. Like that's a tough way to, and it makes me understand why somebody would quote unquote stay in the closet if that's the way your parents feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I don't play this moral. I don't get into the whole, shout out to the Muslims, shout out to the Christians, you know what I'm saying, the Catholics, whoever. I don't get into this whole moral high ground of any of this and any of that. It was just a big thing where it was it's a pastor who, a male pastor who's married to a man. It's a whole big thing about him because he's supposed to be debating this pastor named Geno Jennings out of New York. And they're both having this big debate because the pastor that's the other pastor is saying that he has scripture where he's showing that, there's LGBTQ in the Bible and, this and that. And, it's a really big thing right now on social media. I've been following.
I haven't seen. Is that the one who was just made a pastor, the black guy, or no?
You said just made. I don't know if he was just recently made a pastor.
I just see like a story about a gay pastor and how he was just like, I don't know the process, but he was just announced or whatever.
I don't know. It could be. I'm just saying. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I haven't even heard. I'm interested in seeing that. Because that's another thing that I've been having just to like realize like it don't serve me any energy like interacting with people or even posts that's dealing with that type of stuff because I don't know. It is seem like it is just the black community that like focuses so much on gay. I guess we could talk about that NBA player who got let go from the Chicago Bulls.
Oh yeah.
Because it's anti-gay shit, and it was like he's still been going some shit. And it's like clear that it's like a mental shit that's going on with him. Because he was like on the street, like
Jay Nivey is his name.
The pastor?
No. That's
the Chicago
that
guy.
Bulls player.
Okay, yeah.
Chicago Bulls player. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just clearly. I don't know. We're gonna see how that play out. But
here we go right here. He outside as the my bad. Hold on. He outside as the kids say. Where he at? There you go.
Nope, that's me.
Hold on. That's you, Torrent. Hold on. We're gonna play that in a second. Hold on. We'll play that before we get up out of here. Hold on. Where my boy at? Damn it. Look, damn it. Did I?
Well, I can see. Well, yeah. So it's just
my
whole thing is that like I just hate interacting with things that like quote the Bible and try to like bring like people in the LGBTQ plus community. Because I've done research and I've seen like things that like it is not, homosexuality is never really named in the Bible, so it's just people's, at the end of the day, it's kind of people's interpretations of it,
right?
Like, or it's even the fact that the Bible isn't written by God, it's written by men. So it's just like, how
here goes Jay Nivey right here. I got it. Here you go. He outside. Let's go.
Hey, for you, Jay Nivey. Tree and run. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
Yeah, he's out there fully preaching. Apparently, I think his wife is in the process of leaving him.
Yeah, I seen that because he doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. I will say this: a lot of these religions, they have specific, let me say, I'm going to say they have specific doctrine on LGBTQ, but I also say that's the way that like it's interpreted. I mean, because I'm with you. I don't know. These are interpretations that we're discussing, and for me, the only sin, and I hate when people make it seem like I'm agnostic. First of all, let me put that out there, right? So I'm cool on all of it, right? I'm good, but so I'm not someone who's tied to any of this. But I do get that there are people who grow up in churches where they are taught a specific doctrine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the doctrine that they're taught. And it's like anything against that, I'm taught this, and this about the LGBTQ community. And so, you have these situations where this is what's taught in this church. This is what my pastor teaches. This is what I believe. This is what it is. And so, you get someone like a Jay Ivey who's now out here saying, hey, I don't want to be, the league is promoting this and this is anti this, you know what I'm saying? And it's tough, man. I think this goes along with the topic tonight, healing, but nobody's changing because everybody's saying it like, excuse me. It's a difficult thing, Torian. I'll say that because I always say when we talk about religion and the books on whose authority, right? Because who wrote this? How do we know? What do we know? Right? I'm not, I'll tell everybody, I'm not going to ever be a person who condemns anybody to anywhere, right? I ain't got that authority. I don't know, right? So I'll never do that. I think that's out of pocket, personally. But it's a lot of people. I got a lot of homeboys, a lot of people that I'm cool with that are very confident that this is the doctrine and this is what it is, right? And you're not going to convince them otherwise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to convince them otherwise. And, I'm cool. Hold on. We got to talk about this, Torian, because this may be, hold on. Hold on. Let me get another source for this real quick, Torian. Hold on. We might have to go. Hold on.
Like, nigga, what? You was flowing. Now you let it go.
No, something caught my attention.
Over some bullshit, bro.
No, it ain't no it ain't no bullshit. This right here is we might have to get to it. I gotta see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's not okay. I'm not seeing nothing to back it up. Okay, I'm not. Okay, so what I was seeing was somebody had reported that Will and Jada were officially getting divorced.
Oh, I've seen that earlier, yeah.
But I'm not seeing nobody corroborate that, so I'm not going with that right now. I know she did an interview recently, and I think I'm not a big fan of Jada and some of the stuff he talked about, but I thought what she said in this interview, I thought she was 100% correct. Let me play some of this what she said, Torian. I don't know if you saw all of this.
I didn't see none of it actually.
Okay, so here's what she said recently. I think that she's 100%. I think Jada's 100% correct right here, even though I'm not a big fan.
It is not his responsibility to make you happy. He can't. It's impossible. But it took me forever. Hard-headed, stubborn, because that romantic idea. And that's why I talk about checking the boxes. It's like, I did everything I was supposed to do. You get to have your dream. How come I'm not having mine? And that's because Will was doing what he wanted to do.
He was making himself happy.
He was making himself happy.
And he says that to you, doesn't he? He says, when you separate, he says he wants you to go and...
He's like, go make yourself happy. It is not his responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, I firmly believe that in a relationship, the other, so let me say this. I slightly disagree with what she's saying a little bit, because I do believe that in a relationship, like me and my wife, I do think that it's, I don't think that she alone can make me happy, right? Because I subscribe to the theory that happiness is a choice, that you have to choose to be happy. So if you're not choosing to be happy, nothing that the other person is going to do is ever going to make you happy. So that's why I agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in a space to where you can be happy for whatever reason, it's nothing the other person can do. But with that being said, I don't know where her happiness would lie, because, and this is a conversation maybe her and Will need to have, right? Or maybe they're working on it, because I don't know what makes her happy, right? And if her happiness is something that I can't give her, then all I can do is do the best that I can do, but I can't give you this, because what you're searching for potentially is something that may not even be obtainable, if we're being honest, Torian. I don't know if what you're looking for happiness is even attainable. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I don't know what it is. Because if she's saying that Will was doing everything he was supposed to be doing, and she still, quote unquote, wasn't happy, look, far be it for me to keep somebody in anything that they're not happy in. But I don't know what else I can do. And this is why I think that we're in the situation where we're in, where a lot of marriages end, is because I think people are looking for so much individual things when they come together. I think that's a big. I understand when people say you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship, but I almost feel like you should lose a part of yourself in a relationship, because they always say, because what it says that when you came to a relationship, you're supposed to become one, right? So
Speak on it.
if we're becoming one at this point now, then there's some things in you that have to fade in order for us to become one and come together. So it's like, that whole, I like I say this about my wife. I think in perfect marriages or in perfect situationships or whatever it is, it's, my wife is not about her, it's about me. And for me, it's not about me, it's about her. And in that way, we are both fulfilled and get happiness, right? Because we are both seeking that happiness for one another. Right. Like I'm not fulfilled unless I know that I'm able, that like she's happy. And she shouldn't be fulfilled unless she knows that I'm happy. But with that being said, if you don't know what happiness is for yourself, then what the hell? You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what it is for you, what am I supposed to do?
Speak on it.
So that's where Jada becomes confusing to me, in that whole thing. And I'm gonna say this, and I'll say it till the cows come home, Torian.
Uh-oh.
I promise you, inviting another person into your bedroom, whether it's an open relationship or a threesome or whatever, I promise you that's not going to be enough to keep the other person. I promise you it won't be. Go ask Tiana Taylor. That wasn't enough. Go ask Jada. That wasn't. Go ask all these people. Whenever I see that or whenever I hear that, I'm like, oh, that shit is damn near done. It's just about a wrap. Because y'all done invited somebody else, and y'all have officially invited somebody else into the bedroom, and it's a wrap. Because it's never gonna just end there. That's not a one-time thing, especially I gotta put it out there, effort, especially for a man. Like once you, as a man, you said you're gonna bring another woman in, we're gonna do a threesome. Trust me, it ain't gonna stop at just one time. That ain't a one-time thing. Because now I'm always looking like, damn, can I? Shit, she said. And look, I find that a lot of quote unquote straight women are trying to do this because they think that's how they keep their man. We're gonna do this together. That's how I keep him. And it's like, okay, but do you even like doing this, or are you just doing this because you think this is how you keep him?
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he got you out here eating coochie. You don't even like that, but you think. I'm just saying.
But you out there in the name of love.
But yeah, but you feel like if you don't do that, he gonna leave you, and you don't want him to leave you. Like Jesus, that's tough. That's a tough spot to be in. Because I promise you, if you ask that same dude that got you doing that, swirl some balls around in his hand, he ain't gonna do that in the name of love. He like, no, I'm out. See that threesome street is always a one-way street. It's always another woman. They never.
But what if you do? Then y'all gonna call him gay.
100% they gonna call him gay. See, that's the problem, right?
You too, nigga.
Earlier. Well, he probably, now I gotta be. So see, this is where my rule gets thrown off, because my rule is I say anything that you do with a woman is not gay. I don't think it is, because I know I got homeboys that say if you let your lady peg you, then you're gay. By definition, it's not gay because you're doing it with a woman, right? So by definition, it's not.
Right.
But if you bring another dude in and now you're doing stuff with that dude, bare minimum, at least you buy. That's at least buy. I'm just saying.
But it's for the woman pleasure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. My rule gets, I understand what you're saying. Like, I wouldn't do that personally.
I'm playing because I would call that girl gay. That was so let me not even. You gay, girl. No, I ain't say gay. You bi. I said you bi.
You at least got to be bi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bare minimum. We got to talk about you being bi. Okay, let's pull up this real quick. Where you at, Twin? Let's pull up this real quick. Oh, damn. Hold on. Let me pull up this. Remove that. Add this. Okay, let's play this real quick before we get up out of here for tonight. Set this up for me right here.
Oh, so this is a podcast. I don't know. I don't know their name. Maybe it's Reddit server. Maybe it's just from their page, but they get questions in all the time from listeners, viewers, and they always like send them their scenario, what's going on with their life, and to try to get like input. They do red flags, green flags, so they be like, "I'm telling you my situation and see if it's a green flag or a red flag."
Right.
So the lady hit them up, and she's trying to figure out if this is a red flag of her dude she's dating or for green flag.
Okay.
Year-old daughter. Pause.
Let me go.
Am I overreacting about my boyfriend still showering with his 9-year-old daughter? Pause.
Whoa.
What? Yeah, so I'm just going to hold this as you continue. Go ahead. Whew, okay. I, 42 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 38 male, for over 2 years. I have 2 boys, ages 16 and 13, and he has 3 kids, 2 boys, ages 13 and 11, and a daughter who is 9. When we first started dating, his daughter slept with him, and his boys shared a room. I assumed it was a space issue. Plus, she was 7. I didn't think much of it. A couple months in, I'd be at his place during the kids' bedtime, and he'd say, the kids have to shower before bed. Okay, normal. So I'd hear him run the shower for his daughter. He'd say, I have to hop in there with her. I thought it was a bit weird, but again, she's 7. I didn't say anything about it. After showering, he'd tuck her into his bed, so nighttime intimacy was pretty lacking for us. We'd often just fall asleep on the couch until his daughter called him to bed. Often I'd just send a text letting him know I was heading home. A year later, and he moves to a new place with a room for each of his kids. Great, some privacy. Still, his daughter sleeps with him. He says she was getting used to the new home. I understood, and still he's showering with her. Bad. This looks bad. This looks so bad. The mother is in the picture. They have split custody. 1 week with dad, 1 week with mom. Fast forward to now, his daughter will be 10 in June, and still they sleep and shower together. Nope. Now, I could understand a bit if she had special needs, but she does not. After the kids are in bed for the night, we'll start getting intimate and want to move to his bedroom, but when we do, she's in there. Oh my God. He refuses to tell her to move back to her bedroom. If we go back to the couch, his daughter will call him to bed, and he goes, leaving me on the couch alone for the night. He's told me to come to bed. It's okay, but it doesn't feel okay to me. Still, I try to understand that.
I wouldn't have, but okay.
Last time I was there, he said she was jumping in the shower and he wouldn't be long. Finally, I said, she's 9. She shouldn't be showering with you. He said she yells for me if I don't and disturbs the boys. I told him they'd be okay. Let her have her tantrum. And at 9, she shouldn't be throwing tantrums anyway.
Thank you.
Don't give in. It's time to stop running whenever she yells, and a dad showering with his almost 10-year-old daughter is not okay. He told me that's how he parents, and he's not changing that until she's ready. I told him I'm not being a part of this dynamic anymore, that it's inappropriate, and I left. Since then, he's been messaging me, asking me to come over to talk, and asking me to accept and understand his parenting. But he asked me not to talk about it with anyone.
So you know this is wrong. So you know this looks wrong.
And she said, so I haven't yet, which leads me here. I need to vent. Something else to note, the daughter and I spend time together doing our nails and hair, drawing, watching princess movies, going for walks, skating. I've even taken her for a girls' day, including a mani-pedi for lunch for her birthday. It's nice, seeing as I have boys and we never did those girly things. She always hugs me goodnight and seems to like me around, so that doesn't seem to be an issue. I've even watched the kids a few nights when he's been called to work. When I do, she sleeps and showers just fine on her own. I'm just kind of done with the weirdness. There are steps I'm thinking of making, starting with the mom, but I don't know if it's the right thing to do. Am I overreacting? Am I overreacting about my boyfriend still showering with his 9-year-old?
Yeah,
that's insane, Torn. I ain't gonna lie to you. That right there, no.
That's how I'm like, this is just crazy.
No. You shouldn't be as an adult, like personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that you should be showering in the bathtub. First of all, I don't think that you should like start that off as a regular thing. Personally, that shouldn't be a regular thing that you get in the bathtub with them. You should bathe them, right? Mm-hmm. But like getting in the bathtub with them, I think that's setting a bad precedent, right? Like to start off with, like that shouldn't be a thing. Number one. So he's already messing up. And yeah, 9 years old, nah, bruh, that's out of pocket. Yeah, that's bad work. That's even if it's quote unquote all on the up and like that, you shouldn't even want to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's bad work. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's bad work. That's no good.
And yeah, that's why I brought it to you, because I'm like, you as a, we want to hear you.
I have a daughter who's 8.
You're a daddy's girl. You know,
Yeah.
So like,
nah, bro, we
is
ain't
that a
doing that.
red flag, Roy? Answer that question.
Nah, bro. I got a 17-year.
Is yes.
I got a 17.
Is that a
Right. It's definitely a red flag. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I got a 17-year-old, right, who I raised to this point, and I got an 8-year-old. Yeah, we ain't never got in. Listen, we'll get in the swimming pool together. That's about it. We ain't getting in no showers, no bed. No, we ain't never did none of that. No, that's that. No, my wife never even got in the bathtub with the girls. Like again, like yeah, she'll bathe them, but she never got in there with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, and again, this is where it becomes this thing of you have to teach these kids that there are boundaries with
Yeah.
things. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we're not doing that, bro. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I hope that's a fake story. I hope that's not real. That's insane.
No, they have some wild stories
That sounds insane.
But I mean, I wouldn't put it past that is real. There's somebody out here who is trying to even make that shit seem normal. Like, no, it's not normal for you to be bathing with your damn daughter.
No, that's
like, especially butt naked. I guess I can't even see him even just.
Nah, bro, you shouldn't be.
Trousers on, you know, like swim trunks on in there.
You shouldn't be in there.
There's no reason for you to be showering with them at all. Like, she's able to stand up. She not go drown in the bath. You know, like no.
No,
there's nothing for you. No reason for you ever to be showering with a child.
Nah, we shouldn't be doing that.
Like,
this is a crazy.
What don't we do with their babies? You know, like so it's like. But you know, it's occasion of the pictures of like the parents in the bathtub with them. I think that's like a one-off thing. You know.
Yeah. Well, you remember the whole big thing with Jess Hilarious a couple of years ago with the photo shoot.
Well, that's the first shoot, but that's not one. Was it in the bathtub?
No, I'm just saying it was just a photo shoot though.
I'm just saying like the bath, like you actually get in the bathtub with your child. Like I think that's like a one-off thing. Like,
man, look,
if they threw up on you, I'm saying like a baby, not like no 9-year-old one.
Right.
Like it's like a baby. You know, like 9 months, maybe a year. You know, like
I can see that. Right.
They done threw up and out. It just makes sense for both of y'all just hop in this bathtub real quick. But like 9 years old, it's never no scenario where it's like we both need to hop in this thing together.
Nah, we ain't
like
doing
you let your baby hop in that shower, you just wash yourself up on the sink. Like
yeah, we ain't doing none of that. No, that's that.
It's just some privacy. That's the whole thing.
That's you need to teach. First of all, you're supposed to be teaching them that no one else should be in there with them, right? At that point. So yeah, that's out of pocket. That's so out of pocket.
It is like, cause now she gonna be growing up, like, and she gonna talk about it normally, and niggas gonna be like, what? Like, bitch, are you okay? Like,
I know they gonna that's insane.
He was taking advantage of you. Like, no way he should have let you think that was okay.
And whoever that woman is that's like in a relationship with him, that's not even a red flag. That's a fluorescent.
And the comments was all saying like, call the police. Like, please.
Yeah, you got to get somebody else involved. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm like, yes, bitch. Why you bring this to the podcast? You take this to the police.
Yeah,
like,
that's not
her mother. Why are you trying to like? I just want to come to y'all and see what y'all got to say. Like, bitch, what? No,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That don't sound. Look, I get weirded out when people say that like their children are breastfeeding till they're like 3 and 4 years old. I'd be like, hold on, you gotta. I get weirded out by that. I'd be like, hold on, you got a 4-year-old? What are we doing? It's 4. Look, damn near in pre-K. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get weirded out by that when I see women that carry that on for that long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell a woman what to do with her body, but a 3-year-old, 4-year-old still breastfeeding. I'm looking at you like, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? This nigga 4. He can eat some nuggets. Get this nigga some nuggets, man. Okay, before we go, I'm excited because this month we are gonna get. This is a crazy transition too because we're talking about. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that right now. But I'm excited because this month we are getting the Michael Jackson movie. It's coming to theaters. It's coming to theaters, and I saw this right here, Torian, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta. If this is in my local theater, I gotta get this right here." Look at what they're apparently gonna be serving the popcorn in when the movie comes out. Come on, Torian. You gotta get the MJ hat. You gotta get you gotta get that, don't you?
Yeah, that's nice.
The MJ hat with the popcorn in there. Come on now. Yeah, that's all fire right there. They finna make some money at the theaters with this.
No, they are. That hat, yeah, that hat.
I gotta get that hat, right? Like the hat is a must-have. They gonna sell out of them hats.
They are. When it come out, April 24th?
Yeah, the 24th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. April 24th it drops. I'm taking the wife and the kids that Saturday. I think it comes out on the Friday. I'm gonna take them that Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I already know it's gonna be some fire. I'm seeing people having some mixed thoughts about it.
I don't care.
I'm not looking at it as like a documentary where it's supposed to be like it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is. Like I lived through most of the Michael Jackson run. I wasn't alive for no matter what Torian tell y'all. I was not alive in the 70s. So But apparently, though, they said I read something where they said that Janet was like not happy with the movie, and apparently she's not because she didn't sign off for some stuff. She was whatever. She's not like prominently featured in the movie. Like,
yeah, portrayed in there. I'm interested to see how that comes out.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna see with the story because they said it might make a part 2, and then they introduce her in it somehow if they come to some conclusion. Boy, that's crazy to not even. But I guess it's not crazy because it's a movie based off of Michael, so like nobody else should really be looked at to be like seen in there. It should just be about Michael's life.
But it's kind of tough though. When you have
like it's his sister, like who?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when you have a sister that's a superstar as well, it's kind of tough.
He was close with, like
yeah.
And they did big things with. So
she was on TV as a kid, right? As a kid, she was on TV. Then she had hit record. You know what I mean? They made music together, so that's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic is played out. But I'm interested in seeing the movie. Some people were upset. They were looking at and they felt like what's his name, Jafar, his nephew. Yeah. They felt like I saw some people saying they believe that he's just doing a bad impression of his uncle. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Everything I've seen in the trailer wise looks really good to me.
Yeah, he's doing a great job from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so
he got the voice down. He's doing a great job. Leave them alone.
I think it's gonna be. I'm going there again. Like I said, I'm going there for the experience and to have fun when I go watch the movie. I'm not looking at it to say, okay, what can I pick apart in this movie? No, I'm not going with that energy. I'm going to say, I'm just going just to have a good time to watch the movie. So I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have to do a review. Are you gonna go watch it opening night? When you gonna go watch it?
Yeah, I'll probably watch it opening night. I got tickets, so yeah, we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll watch it. We'll probably do a review that following Wednesday. Then we'll do something where we talk about
Friday. Oh look, I go to movies the Thursday they drop. Look, Thursday night I go.
So I'm going Saturday. So
okay, so I guess Wednesday we'll do it. All right.
Yeah. I mean, we can do if you free Sunday, I can do something Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we can do something because that's gonna be a big topic. I know that's gonna be the talk. Everybody gonna be breaking it down. How long is it? Do we know how long the movie is? Let me look that up.
At least 2 hours.
It has to be at least, right?
They was talking about breaking it into different parts, so they got a lot of shit filmed.
Yeah. Let's see. How long is the Michael Jackson movie? 2 hours, 7 minutes, or 2 hours, 10 minutes. So 2 hours is a pretty good. That's a pretty long movie. Most movies are like an hour 15 to an hour 30. So we're talking about a movie that's over 2 hours long. That's a pretty long movie. So they're covering a lot of ground in that. Who's playing his mom? I forgot who's playing his mom.
Nia Long, your favorite.
Nia Long. So I'm very interested to see the job that she did, because I think in the TV series, Angela Bassett did an amazing job playing the mother. So Nia Long got something to live up to.
Yeah. Wait, was it her?
It was Angela Bassett, yeah.
But not to what point?
What do you mean to what point? She
Was
played
it always her? I feel like it was a different lady.
No, it was Angela Bassett the whole series.
Oh wow.
That's what Keke Palmer did. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Yeah, yeah, that's Angela Bassett.
Wow. Okay. Well,
yeah, Angela Bassett did a hell of a job playing Catherine.
That was my age. Yeah, right, old ass.
Hey, Terrence Howard was one of the brothers in the show. Shout out to Terrence Howard. That nigga said 1 × 1 ain't 1. All right, let's go. We get up out here for the night, man. Peace to the planet. Hey, man, shout out to Torian. We up out here, man. Y'all tap in with us.
Grand. I don't know if you put up his thing here.
I did put up Grand.
Oh, did you? I don't remember that. Look,
you drunk. You've been drinking that wine.
Shout out to be exact.
Shout out to the homie Grand. He been in here. Shout out to him. We out, man. Peace, y'all.